Welcome to the Pimp My Setup highlights for episode number 98. The first setup was submitted by Jack. I like how he did show it off with the actual racing wheel setup, which, you know, normally I don't like when they do that, but it kind of makes a little bit more sense because it's nice. It works. It's good.
Yeah.
I do like the side monitor, like you said. It also matches perfectly, which is
that's the
really
good
nice
thing about it. It just seamless. I like how he's got the side monitor, but I'm a fan of using monitors rather than a TV. So I think I would put the TV up where the flag is and use the monitor as like your primary monitor. And I think I would move the desk over if he can, so he could actually use the ladder on the bed.
Well, little did you know, he's Spider-Man. He just uses webs and shoots up to the top. Yeah. Overall, I mean, it's just a matter of the furniture. You can't really do much. You're rocking good equipment, though, and I give you props for being 13. Jack scored a 79. The next setup was submitted by Jake. This is the crazy part. He's literally 12.
He's 12.
He's 12.
What?
Yeah, so for being 12... Yeah, this is you know, it's not a bad setup. You know, he's obviously doing pretty well. No, honestly, 12 holy balls in your mouth. That's just insane.
Yeah.
The desk, the LEDs, the double monitors. You have a Mac Mini. You know, your PS4, and even all the stuff on the wall. Although I don't like how everything's kind of arranged on the wall. You know, it's like, holy crap, you got a lot of nice stuff.
The signed, I'm assuming it's a jersey. So I think the signed jersey should go dead center. Yeah. And then he could have the picture of the team and then the cityscape on each side of it to make it look more like symmetrical.
And if you're 12 now, I want to see what your setup's like when you're like 25. It's going to be like Iron Man. It's going to be insane. Jake scored an 80. The next setup was submitted by Oscar.
I could see why the pencils and all that would be there because he can reach it and it makes sense for it to be there. The headphones, it's like he's going to have to stand up to get those, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Unless he's like 6'10" or something like that.
Headphones, I feel like since it's not in a reachable position, like the left wall would have been perfect. Like, why not just, if you're going to display it.
I was just looking at that. That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like awkward placement. I do like the backdrop behind the monitors. I don't like those plants. I know there's probably some like backstory to why you have them, but they just look like overgrown and like awful.
Usually I'm actually a fan of boxes, but it seems like his are kind of random.
You have some stuff on display that's awesome, and then some stuff that's like, you really need that? So, yeah, I would definitely kind of play around with that. It does look a little overcrowded in areas. Oscar scored a 74. The next setup was submitted by Ausmus. It's a clean setup. It's,
it is.
Very usable, very nice. He's got the primary display, other display to the left, and he's got nice peripherals, everything he could possibly need in reach. Everything else is put away. That chair looks awkwardly comfortable. Like
it does. It looks like you just sit there and you're like, oh, this is
like it just eats you up. It's like, especially the head part. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he did a really good job putting this all together.
Ausmus scored an 89. The next setup was submitted by Nicholas. This setup, and here's the thing, it's like it's not just the setup, but like the picture makes it look so damn good.
Oh, I know. I looked at it when I looked at it yesterday. I was like, wow, this is insane picture quality. Like, it looks great.
The usability is, from my perspective,
low.
It's awful. It's like, what? Yeah. How do you? I mean, that's just painful, man. I don't even understand how that works.
The second photo has the keyboard on the left hand side.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah.
See, that's still weird. That's even weirder, though. That's so weird. Yeah. Like, he's literally
like breaks his right arm so he can use the mouse, and then
it's like, how is that comfortable to type and like have your hand on the mouse to move it? You know what I mean? Minus the actual usability part is gorgeous.
Yeah, he did. It's very good, and I like the idea of it being in the center right there in the corner. It's just not a corner desk.
Nicholas scored a 71. The next setup was submitted by Matt. Oh my god, I love the actual setup, but I hate everything around it. Like, oh my god, you are so messy. I mean, it's not awful, but like that left and right side just make me cringe. What is that sitting on?
I was trying to figure that out. I didn't know if it was like an Xbox at first, and then I looked closer. It looks like it's just a box.
I don't really like that the computer is over there because it feels separate from your setup.
Yeah, it feels like it's not a part of the setup.
Yeah.
I also don't like how he has the second monitor. Like, I don't know if the box for the ultra wide is necessary. Maybe he did it so that the speakers aren't blocking the screen.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Matt scored an 84. The next setup was submitted by Caleb.
I don't see the point in the tablet being there, the iPad. I don't really see that being like needing to be there. And I was having a hard time figuring out if he had a PC or not, but I guess not, unless that's a laptop under the monitor.
Yeah, I think that's just a laptop. That's the only thing I could really come up with.
I like that he stuck with the Star Wars theme. I think that's cool. I'm not a big fan of the games and the Xbox 360 being up where it is. Like, you should put Darth Vader there and just raise up Kylo Ren a little bit.
Everything else it's really cool, and you used what you have, and I give you props there. Caleb scored a 75. The next setup was submitted by Tom.
I just I look at it and I see you could do this, you could do that. Like, I don't know. I'm iffy on it.
Yeah.
I think it's a good setup. He's got what he needs. I just don't think he's using it all properly.
With everything being white, I don't know. Normally, I really dig white setups, but it's like in this scenario, I want to paint some of the stuff. You know, the actual, I think the cables also throw it off, because normally when you have someone with an all white setup, they usually kind of have the best cable management, because they are really serious about that, you know, minimalistic look.
Right.
And we could see all the cables bundled in the corner over there. I mean, the shelf is cool, but everyone, even in the chat right now, is like, those shelves are only cool when you actually use them. I think everyone would agree. I think you would agree, especially. Ultra wide, boom.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like, I know that they're expensive in that, but an ultra wide makes a difference. It really does.
A good friend of mine in chat just said, you know, if he's following through with that black and red with the underglow and the LEDs and everything, why not kind of incorporate the red a little bit more? Like, make the shelves red, or like get some pops of red in there. It would definitely take this to the next level. Tom scored an 85. The final setup was submitted by Lewis. First off, the desk, the doors, the actual top to it, love all of that. You know, it's white, works perfect. But then you got this board of wood behind there.
Yeah,
it's just unfinished. What, you just give up? It's just like,
It's like, I just want to use the setup now. I think everything fits right, which is good. Yeah, I think he did a good job, but the painting of the boards is like throwing me off so bad. Like, the board behind the PC, if you just paint that black, it blends in.
And it will look so sick. And a lot of people are saying that they don't think there should even be a TV in there, which I don't know if I agree with that. I think the TV is fine. But that's definitely going to make it seem a little, when you put a roof on something, it's touching the topmost item, it's definitely going to make it look kind of cramped. If you want it to look huge and very nice and elegant and badass, then no TV, triple monitor centered, PC on the floor with the window facing us, no shelves, no nothing, nice LEDs, different ambient lights kicking off each wall. And that would look great. But if you want it to be, you know, triple monitor setup with a TV and everything else on the desktop, you did it. It's just not the best. Lewis scored an 80. First place went to Ausmus with an 89. Thanks for watching this Pimp My Setup highlight for episode number 98.